to live a life in the service of others. Few have dedicated themselves to a noble cause as this. It takes a certain kind of person. Selfless, devoted, compassionate. The kind who'd put their interest aside for the sake of the common good. And so did such a man live. His name, Jesus Valerio Tamesis. An ophthalmologist by profession, Jesus Tamesis went beyond the bounds of his practice to give not just physical healing, but health for the total human being. For him, to be healthy was not merely freedom from sickness or disease, but freedom from poverty, dependence, and helplessness. He was a firm believer that a man must be helped, but taught to learn how to help himself and then his society. Born to Florencia and Silvina Tamesis on June 14, 1919, Jesus was the third child in a brood of 8. He divided his growing up years in both Pasay and Quezon. His passion to heal the total man grew as the years went by. And the men he most admired, Abraham Lincoln, Winston Churchill, Albert Schweitzer, and Jose Rizal, among others, became to him the epitome of true healers. After graduating from the University of the Philippines College of Medicine in 1943, he began to carry out his vision. But the onslaught of World War II found him barely escaping being beheaded. The experience, though, turned him not only to a braver, but also a more religious man. Two years later, on March 26, 1945, Jesus married Teofila Medina and had 3 children, Cynthia, Pearl, and Jesus Jr. To his children, he was a perfectionist with a short temper, but he was also quick to forgive and understand, making them love him so. He was fond of traveling, listening to classical music, and breeding his dogs. His fascination with knights, crusades, and chivalry led him to discover the British origins of his surname, which, to his delight, had its family motto, Non nobis solum, not for ourselves alone, his own life's purpose. True to his life's calling, Jesus Tamesis became a true healer of the people. His belief that the individual must be responsible for his well-being became the core of healthcare programs he spearheaded. Sanitation, nutrition, and education were just as important to him as giving medical aid. Being a man of action and not just of words, he became a renowned ophthalmologist and civic leader, helping the government of several presidents improve the healthcare delivery system of the country. Most prominent of his achievements was the highly successful medical aid to rural isolated areas, the Maria Project he established in 1963. He was then PMA president. Their goal, to develop self-help hospitals and health stations in doctorless areas. With his team of dedicated doctors, he trekked through dense jungles, crossed rickety bamboo bridges and deep ravines to reach those who have never received medical attention. Though perilous at times, the team never thought of turning back when they saw how the community actively participated in improving their state of living. So successful was Maria that it was adopted by other nations, and lessons learned from it helped develop the government's Medicare program, of which he was commissioner. He was also one of the pioneers of bringing about schistosomiasis or snail fever control in the 1960s, and the Green Revolution for malnutrition in the 1970s. His numerous achievements gave him many honors, but most treasured was the Presidential Medal of Honor given by then-President Carlos P. Garcia. Dr. Jesus Tamesis went on to become the first Filipino president of the World Medical Association in 1966, bringing international prestige to the country. In his inaugural speech, he underscored that the foundation stone of a country's progress is the health and vigor of each citizen, and the universality of medicine was a binder, transcending creed, race, and station in life. Furthermore, he challenged his colleagues to ignite his intellect and bring light to darkness around him, not only in his field of medicine, but in understanding common needs for food, security, and the pursuit of freedom. This too was his challenge to all the educated of the nation. Teach the person to help himself in order to mold a citizenry that puts his nation above himself. Dr. Jesus V. Tamesis was a rare man with a noble cause, who acted as much as he spoke about it. He contributed much to society with his public health and community development programs. He truly deserved to be hailed as one of 1965's top 10 distinguished citizens of the nation. He helped place Philippine ophthalmology at the forefront of ophthalmic specialty, being one of the drafters of the Constitution of the Asia-Pacific Academy of Ophthalmology. He was also executive chairman of its first Congress, making him a credit to his field. His successful use of advanced medical procedures and research also became a testament to his dedication. Till the last days of his life, Jesus Tamesis was a Spartan to the end, bravely battling heart bypasses and pancreatic cancer that later claimed his life on January 1, 1995. As was his wish, he had his ashes kept in 3 areas he loved, with his family, scattered over his First Maria Hospital in Kapangan, Benguet, and in his hometown, Unisan, Quezon. Before he passed on, the words he left for his fellow doctors were to transcend the confines of their specialties and be healers of the entire person and society as well. Dr. Jesus Valerio Tamesis, the man, his mission, his legacy, to live that others may have life. The fulfillment of a vision that guided him to the end. Non nobis solum, not for ourselves alone.